Testing 1, 2.
Alright, we good? This is Rocco and J-Man. It's with Costas Mandylor. So how you doing, man?
I'm very good, my friend. Thank you for coming to say hello.
Of course, man. It's my pleasure, and thank you so much for doing this.
You bet.
So what are your thoughts on Saw going back to include more storyline with Jigsaw?
Well, I think that the fans craved the originality of the piece, and they went off into different tangents, and I think people liked it. But from what happened with Saw X and what I heard, they liked the combination of some of the originals, and I'm glad to be a part of it, even in a small way. But you never know what's going to happen next.
When originally approached to be in the film, did you know that you would be end up working with Jigsaw?
I was never sure of anything. I was invited in for 2 parts, and I chose the part that may live, and that was a good choice. And I'm still alive, so I think once in a while I'm smart.
Will you have a bigger role in the next one?
I can't answer that. It's up to the writers, the producers, and the creators. And if they're smart, maybe.
What would you like to see your character become in the series?
um, as powerful and as cryptic as possible, and may they keep the surprises coming.
If you never injured your shins, would you be a professional soccer player instead of an actor?
I was a professional soccer player, and that was my dream as a kid. But the good thing about acting is you can do it a lot longer because you can't run forever. So I wouldn't change a thing.
I would try and erase your knowledge of your injury because if you're still kickboxing, I would be hammering you with those lower leg kicks.
You?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Oh yeah, I do kickboxing.
I love it. A lot of my friends, have you heard of Sam Greco and Stan the Man Longinides and Peter Arts and Robbie Kamen, the Dutchman?
Yes.
A lot of those guys were my friends, and they're awesome. Dangerous.
Dangerous. Who is
You
your?
got good, strong legs. He's dangerous, too.
I appreciate it, boss. Thank you. I've been working on it for a while now, for missions and stuff like that. So it's been a
Good.
long journey.
When you're young, and if you keep strong and no injuries, the world is your oyster. Leg kicks. Woo! They hurt.
Who is the better fighter, you or your brother?
My brother is technically a very good boxer, and I'll leave it at that because I only talk about. I don't even talk about fights. I always say when somebody attacks me, let's see how good I do. But as far as my brother goes, good fighter. So
Have you ever used your Mafia connections you made at 13 as a dishwasher to help you get film roles?
no, I didn't. But I have met some ex-made guys in Hollywood, and every one of them I love. And I've met some other guys that are not in Hollywood that are still in New York, and every one of them I love because they look in your eyes and they tell you the truth. And I know that world is a crazy world, but I got some people that I really respect in the underworld.
In Saw 6, a discarded story idea had you taken on the Mafia.
Say again?
In Saw 6, there was a discarded story idea of you taking on the Mafia.
Well, you know what? That would be a good one. I would be joining the Roy DeMeo crew, who got rid of about 200 bodies, they say. And if I could catch up to them, that would be a feat in itself.
It must be pretty crazy that Saw 6 had an X rating in Spain, and now the movie Terrifier wouldn't have been an X if it was rated in the #1 movie in America.
Is that right?
Yes.
What's the question to that? Is there a question?
Nah, just saying that.
Listen, all I can say is, you know what? If you make interesting things, the fans will come.
What do you think about all the gore in the movies?
I don't think about it. I always think about the storyline first, and the repercussions are what they are. You know, some of it is too much for me sometimes, but you know, everybody's different. But I know that the fans keep coming, so there must be something clever and something wild to watch.
What's next for you?
I'm doing a Billy the Kid story as a movie. I did a war film recently, and I'm just looking for the best quality I can. I'm doing also a film that's sort of based on something like Taken with Liam Neeson, not copying him, but somebody that saves kids. If there's a good purpose in the movie and it's well written, it's an actor's dream. So I'm just going to keep on pushing.
If you were on death row, what would be your final meal?
Shit, that's a good question, my friend. I would have the best lasagna, the best pasta, the best sweets, Italian style.
If you could pick your next project, what would it be about?
Anything to do with saving children from bullies, from predators, anything to do with that stuff, I would do it in a heartbeat and take pleasure in punishing the bad guys.
So you would like to be a vigilante, is what you're trying to say?
Well, if I had to be, I would be. If I could help, if I could get the law to help me do it, I'd do it. But in the movie world, you can get away with a little bit of this and that, as you can see in Saw, right?
Yeah.
Just don't get caught in the movies, not in real life. Don't get any funny ideas.
Thank you so much for doing this interview with me, man. It's been my pleasure.
My pleasure. Big future.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.